I'm going to show you how to blend using colors and color theory. First, I'm going to start with the color aquamarine blue, and I'm going to place it in the middle of my value scale. Then I'm going to move on to creating different tints of blue, and a tint is a pure color, or in this case blue, plus white. So you're going to see me add multiple layers of the color pencil and mixing in white slowly. Now I'm going to move on to creating shades. So a shade is a pure color plus black, and I'm going to do that on the right side of the value scale. I start by adding a base layer of a light blue, adding black on top of it very lightly, and then I'll go back over it with a light blue again. You'll see me do this multiple times to create darker values as I go across the value scale. This next section is blending tints and shades. Again, a tint is a pure color plus white, and a shade is a pure color plus black. You're going to always want to work light to dark, starting with a base layer of your pure color, adding white over it, and keep doing multiple layers as you go across your value scale. The key to blending and making things look seamless is to use circular motions and doing multiple layers. This next section is creating tones. A tone is a pure color plus gray. Since I don't have gray, I am creating a base layer of black and mixing white over it. This is known as doing a undertone. After I finish mixing my black and white together to create gray, I'm going to go over that undertone with my aquamarine blue. Now our next section is blending two complementary colors. In this case, blue's complement is orange. You'll see me start by doing multiple layers of blue on the left side, and then I'll do multiple layers of orange on the right, and I'll slowly blend them together. Now, when you're blending two complements, they tend to make a lighter brown color, but that's okay. That's how you want to use these colors to make different shades, especially if you're coloring realistic objects. The next section we're moving on to is analogous colors. So an analogous color scheme is 3 to 4 colors that are next to each other on a color wheel. I am doing blue, blue, green, and green. And I'm going to make multiple layers just to mix my blue and green together to make a blue-green middle layer. Now I'm moving to blending a monochromatic sphere using blue. You always want to work light to dark, shade in circular motions, and create multiple layers when you're blending. Also try to vary the pressure you press on with the pencil. Using the same techniques I used when creating the initial value scale up top, I'm adding white to create lighter values, and I'll add black to create darker values. Lastly, I'm going to shade a sphere using analogous color schemes. I'm going to use blue, blue violet, and violet. I'll start by shading lightly with the blue, adding a little bit of white to create my highlights. I'll then move on to mixing violet and blue together to create blue violet. And then my last shade will be a pure violet that I'm mixing all together to create one smooth gradient. The last thing I'm going to do is create a cast shadow. Although I don't recommend using black to create a cast shadow, I'm going to use it just a little bit to create this shade because it's not going to ruin the value of the color.